Trill. Jeremiah Fears, he's another guy. Like you talked about Trey being the third biggest star swing upside guy. I think Fears is that guy for me. I don't think he's going to be there at 9 because I think he's just going to go to like the Nets or the Wizards, some team that really just needs like a crazy high upside swing. I just can't get over the fact that he's about the same age as Cooper Flagg. He should be in high school right now. The handle is like really, really fun to watch. He's just like so smooth. The rim pressure, yeah, he can't score at the rim. Is that because he can't score at the rim or because he's 18 and he's just weak and needs to bulk up because that's what all 18-year-olds need to do? I buy the mid-range shot translating into a three-point shot at some point. Like I'm just like, if he's there at 9 for the Raptors, I'm all in. That's my guy too. Like even more so than Malawach, who's been kind of my dude all along. I just think the swing on Fears is, it could totally flame out and it could not work and he could never bulk up. He could be too small. All of that. But just for a team that is starved for extra shot creation and just guard play in general, I'm having a hard time talking myself out of Fears if he's there at 9. Try to talk me out of it or tell me why I'm right.
I like Fears probably a little bit more than consensus because of all the things that you said. I mean, I have him probably as my 4th best star swing.
Okay.
The thing, I guess the way I probably should have put it is that I think that he might be a better star swing, but the lower level outcomes for him are like he's not an NBA player.
Oh, totally,
Which is whereas with Trey and Harper, the two guys that I have above him, are like they're still going to be good 6 men, even if they don't kind of iron out the flaws in their game because they have elite skills. With Harper, it's the rim pressure. With Trey, it's the opposite with the shooting.
Yeah.
The thing with Fears is that he has and this is probably something that you will like to hear as someone who's positive on Fears. His pre-draft shot profile and touch indicators are almost identical to Tyrese Maxey's in terms of really good floater game, someone who was a great free throw shooter, showed shooting ability, but had a bad shooting year in college. And pretty much all of his shooting woes come down to the fact that he can't shoot pull-up jumpers. Like he shot 20% on pull-up threes and sunk his percentage on an Oklahoma team that was kind of a mess and really just needed him to generate everything for them. And he was actually pretty decent off the catch. He shot like 35-36% off the catch on a limited volume because he was the main creator for the team. So obviously he's not taking a ton of catch and shoot jumpers, but he showed catch and shoot touch. He showed free throw touch. He showed mid-range touch. He showed floater and runner touch. If you hit all of those things, there's almost no world in which you're at least not like an average NBA 3-point shooter. Like there's very few exceptions to it. I think like the one guy that I always use for this, really honestly, DeMar's probably a good example of someone who is like just never came around on the 3-point shot, but he's like the outlier. The other guy is that a player that's very up and down 3-point shooting line is Dennis Schroeder. But other than those two guys, like pretty much everyone that has that touch profile, that has that shot profile, especially when they're 18 years old, turns out to be a positive or at least neutral NBA shooter. The thing with Fears is that I worry about the floor falling out if, it's the NBA is bigger now. The NBA is more skilled now. It is tougher for these smaller guys to be on-ball creators. But like you said, I believe in the handle. I believe in the touch. And the one thing, I think the most underrated star quality that no one really talks about in the rim pressure stuff is, like I said, the why I worry about it with Trey. I do not worry about that with Fears, even though we only shot like 50% at the rim in college or whatever, 48% or whatever. A lot of that, I think, was just the coverages that he was getting. The fact that you said like he has not put on a ton of weight yet. And you hope that you can get him into a strength and conditioning program in the NBA. The other thing is that when he was getting to the rim, he gets to the line a ton. The first few months of the season, he lived at the line. Like if you watched Oklahoma before he started to take a little bit more, he settled for pull-ups more. He was getting to the line a ton, and that is a star quality that cannot be underrated. I think that's why people are high on Noah as well, because he draws a ton of fouls. And if you draw fouls, you have the ball, like there's at least going to be a pathway to efficient offense between that and the shooting. I wonder about the playmaking and the defense with him, where like how good is he at those things in order to reach star level outcomes? And if he doesn't hit on all of those things, what is he as an NBA player. So I do worry about that. I have him a little bit lower on my board overall, but if I have like a floor board, like I have guys like I'm drafting them for their floor, like Khan.
Yeah.
And then I have my ceiling board, and he would probably be like third or fourth on the ceiling board. But I am a little bit worried just because of the size and the athleticism questions for being a lead guard if he doesn't become an elite shooter.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
This actually dovetails well into where we're going to close out today's show. We're talking about a guy who in college was a free throw machine. Maybe, didn't have like the greatest shot selection. 3-point shot didn't fall the way maybe it was expected that it would.